Hey there, I'm Saber Wolf. First off, I'm back to using text-to-speech due to microphone issues that I can't fix for a while, so that's the main reason I haven't uploaded in a bit. With that out of way, on to the video. Today I'm covering the history and basics on Halo's Mjolnir Gen 2 armor, which is seen as a black sheep of the Mjolnir family due to how drastically different it looks to what came before, and since then with Gen 3 taking over. Mjolnir Gen 2 on the surface level does the same job as Marks 4 through 7, being advanced power armor for augmented super soldiers, and Mjolnir Gen 2's history is deeply intertwined with the Spartan 4 program. Mjolnir Gen 2 was designed with the Spartan 4 project in mind. An important thing to note that people commonly miss about Spartan 4s is that they could in fact wear Marks 4 through 7. Nowhere has it been stated that they can't. With that slight tangent out of the way, let's dive into Mjolnir Generation 2. The day is September 20th, 2552, the same day Halo Combat Evolved Level's Silent Cartographer through 343 Guilty Spark takes place. The Spartan 4 program enters development officially, and the seeds of Mjolnir Gen 2 are planted. The human military United Nations Space Command, or UNSC, was on the back foot after the loss of the planet Reach, a sort of military headquarters for the UNSC, while the Spartan 2s and Spartan 3s were most definitely effective. Their numbers were dwindling, and they took a very long time to train, seeing as the genetic requirements included children, kidnapped kids for the Spartan 2s, and Human Covenant War orphans for the Spartan 3s to be specific. The Spartan 4s are adults, most of whom were already veterans or showed promise. Mjolnir Marks 4 through 6 were seen as effective yet very expensive and designed with Spartan 2s in mind, and the spy armor most of the Spartan 3s used was designed with stealth and covert operations in mind and much cheaper, with spy armor not even requiring augmentations to use. The UNSC had a problem. Mjolnir armor was what they wanted but couldn't afford it, and spy armor, while cheaper, was not designed to be used for what they wanted. They needed Mjolnir but cheaper. The solution was relatively simple. They had already begun to outsource Mjolnir to different companies, examples being Halo Reach's Mark 5B armor and Halo 3's Mark 6 Rogue helmet, where Gen 1 armor had all of the tech in the armor pieces itself. Gen 2's main systems would be incorporated into the new tech suit. This did three notable things: increased modularity, Gen 2 was easily upgradable, and the big thing for the UNSC was they could send out contracts to companies with specifications and requirements for different armors. Gen 2 was natively compatible with non-human-made armor enhancements, be it Covenant or Forerunner. A great example of how upgradable Gen 2 is that in late 2558, the Anubis variant's thruster system was integrated and made standard in Gen 2 armor, improving mobility not just on land, but also now giving mobility in space without needing external equipment. The UNSC hit a jackpot with Gen 2, as not only was it cheaper, it was easier to produce, it weighed half as much, it ended up more advanced, and was designed to make even the relatively weaker Spartan 4s be on par with Spartan 2s in Gen 1 armor. Gen 2 components were tested with Spartan 2's Linda 0, 5/8's Mark 6 Argus armor, and Fred 104's Mark 6 Centurion armor, which out of universe for a moment. That's the canon explanation why in one of Halo 2 Anniversary's terminals, why Linda and Fred have their Gen 2 designs they would use in Halo 5. In January 2553, a month after Halo 3's campaign, some Gen 2 armor was aboard the UNSC Infinity. Spartan Sarah Palmer and several other Spartan 4s would don their Gen 2 armors for the first time to stop an insurrectionist attempt to hijack the incomplete Infinity. The Gen 2 would eventually become standard for all active Spartans, including the 2s and 3s, with some Spartans being able to hybridize their Gen 1 armor with Gen 2 components. The supposed base variant for Gen 2 is the Warrior variant, but due to the nature of Gen 2, the base variant isn't as important as it was for Gen 1, but all Spartan 4s when first starting out are required to wear the Recruit variant, with Recruit raising eyebrows among veteran Spartans due to its performance. But most Spartan 4s tend to pick different variants when they can. I guess they didn't want to wear the noob armor. There's a Gen 2 variant for whatever needs to be done, even hiding hair. I think a safe power scale for Gen 2 would be it's about the same level as the Halo 4 Master Chief's upgraded Gen 1 Mark 6, just simply cheaper and easier to produce. Some people might not think so, but remember, we're the player, and we play as the demon known as the Master Chief. No matter what Chief wears, it'll make anyone look worse by comparison. Overall, while the Mjolnir Gen 2 might have been lacking in the looks department for a large number of people, for me it's hard to say I hate Gen 2. Sure, there are variants I genuinely don't like, but it wasn't all bad in my opinion. The lore/story of Gen 2 is still really cool in my opinion, from stuff being basically glued onto the base Gen 1 and now Gen 3 armor. Gen 2, at least in Halo 4, had everything that could be swapped out for different missions, which with that, I would love an explanation on the logistics of Mjolnir. Sounds like a nightmare, but a great opportunity for storytelling. 2026 is Halo's 25th anniversary. I'd be silly not to upload Halo videos. You can expect me to cover campaign evolved around the time it releases, ranging from any story changes to the new designs of weapons and vehicles. Thank you for watching and have a good day.